The French Riviera is currently the scene of a showdown between residents of a luxury resort of Valerie and the Saudi royal family who arrived for a vacation there this weekend. At the centre of the row is this opulent mansion. In its time, it's been the summer home for prominent guests such as Winston Churchill and actress Elizabeth Taylor. But now it belongs to King Abdullah, who's there for a 3-week holiday with an entourage of up to 1,000 people. What's got locals hot under the collar is this piece of public beach, which has been cordoned off for security reasons, and possibly so His Majesty can catch some rays in private. Residents' patience finally snapped when concrete was poured directly onto the sand to install an elevator for the King's exclusive use.
Local residents have reacted to this situation the same way and condemned the decision. The French coast, sea and beach are public properties which cannot be assigned to one person, even if he is very rich, even if he is influential. The beach should belong to everyone.
The outraged town councillor has even launched a petition addressed to French President Francois Hollande. The appeal's already attracted more than 100,000 signatures. However, not all local leaders are on side.
The problem's not about His Majesty being able to calmly swim in the sea. The problem is that one cannot imagine that the public can use this beach if a head of state comes. The question wouldn't be raised if Barack Obama or Vladimir Putin came here on holiday.
Local restaurants and hotels don't seem to mind the king and his court holidaying there either, while the nearby city of Cannes forecasts bigger takings and more jobs this season. For some French people, though, it's about respect, not revenue.
The King of Saudi Arabia is always welcome in France if he respects French laws. The royal family of Saudi Arabia has been coming to Valerie for 40 years now, and as long as they respect French laws, they will be welcome in our town. Of course, there is an economic impact on our town, but we are not ready to sacrifice our values for some small economic gains. And we are very committed to the principle of equality of citizens before the law. We cannot allow separate laws for the rich and for ordinary citizens.
Police in the U.S. city of Cleveland have used pepper spray against people attending the first national convention of the Movement for Black Lives. The event's been organized to highlight repeated cases of police brutality nationwide. Hundreds of attendees at the convention poured onto the streets after the event wrapped up. The police, seemingly concerned that the crowd might block traffic, moved in to disperse them. Several people were detained by officers, including a 14-year-old boy who was later released. Officers say the crowd was preventing them from escorting the teenager to a police station.
The crowd kept the police car from leaving the area. A transit police officer used a general burst of pepper spray in an attempt to push back the crowd, to no avail.
Gilip Maupin from the International Action Centre thinks the police's handling of the situation was politically motivated.
Wherever you go in the United States, whether it's Cleveland, St. Louis, Missouri, New York City, San Francisco, Los Angeles, people are facing the same problem, which is that police basically are able to kill people and face no accountability for their actions. They're able to shoot people, choke people, murder people, and no one holds them accountable for it. And for black and brown people in the United States, it's a very frightening, horrifying situation where their lives can be taken without the slightest bit of accountability. So, they see this conference as really being a step forward. And, the fact that the Cleveland police moved in, this was a political attack by the Cleveland Police Department. This was a response to a conference that represents sentiments very widespread in the United States right now.
Coming up, hold on to your seats. We take to the skies for a dizzying flight with the world's most decorated pilot in sporting aviation.